Another Facebook Live. We have a great show for you today. I'm just turning off the volume on my phone and getting ready. You guys are going to have lots of questions. Just ask away, and then I'm going to try to answer them as best I can. So I'm going to keep my phone down here, and as your questions come in, I'll try to answer. But we have a lot to talk about because we have some great new styles we're presenting to you. And these are going to be some styles I think you're really going to love. And they're all part of our spring launch for 2026. This is the new Raquel Welch FeatherLite collection for spring. So very exciting. We've got some great new looks to carry you into the beautiful spring months, the summer months, and well into the rest of the year. So very excited to be here. We have some wonderful guests who are going to be joining us. You may know them by their first names only. We got the lovely Christina. We have the lovely Crystal, and we have the lovely Lorena. All three lovelies, all going to be joining us today to show you these new styles. They're getting like quite a following, aren't they? You just know them by their first name. It's like Cher, right? So we are so excited to have them with us and to present this collection. I think you guys are going to be really, really excited. So as I said, FeatherLite styles, 3 new ones coming to you live today. And I wanted to just touch base on some info and some feedback that I've been getting. Obviously, our original FeatherLite collection really, really was well received by so many of you. And so I just want to let you know, for those of you who have been waiting on wigs that have been, back ordered, or you're still waiting to get those, they are starting to come in and they are filtering in, and you'll be able to have those styles from our original collection that we launched last year. So I know a lot of you have been waiting for Wavy Day. Wavy Day is on its way. So you'll have that Wavy Day before you know it. And then also, just to start off, I just wanted to remind you of this lovely style. This is straight to camera, and this was part of our original FeatherLite collection. And I've been getting a lot of questions about people who are looking for a very low density, very lightweight, sleek bob with just a light bang. And so I just want to remind you all, if you missed it with the launch of the first collection, straight to camera is your wig. This is your style. Very low density. You can see in through the top. It lays very flat against the head. Not a lot of width at the sides. So it's very sleek, very chic. Of course, you got this little bit of side layering, which really opens up the face and exposes the cheekbone. And of course, a very, very wispy wig. As you know, with a lot of wigs that have bangs, sometimes they can be very heavy and very full, not with straight to camera. If you want something that looks razor cut and textured, I just wanted to remind you that this is out and this is coming in. And so if you've been waiting for it, it is here. So I just wanted to let you know. Also, keep in mind, this entire collection we're going to be showing you today, these 3 new styles are going to be available everywhere, April 1st. So we're really excited to have the inventory on this, to be getting these new styles, and to be getting them to you as soon as possible. And as always, with all of our Facebook Lives, just remember, if you ask questions, or even if you're just stopping by to say hello, you will automatically be entered to win one of the 3 styles we are showing you today from the new FeatherLite collection for spring 2026. So stay with us, ask away, whatever it is, you will be entered. And just so you know, the winner will be announced in the Raquel Welch Wigs story on April 1st when the collection launches. So I think you got all your information now. And I think without further ado, because I can't wait anymore, I think we should start with the first look in our FeatherLite launch. And our first look for today is this lovely style. And this one is coming to you. This one is called Tailored Allure. And I'm just going to get this one on the mannequin. This is a very lovely, fresh style that has a real salon quality cut about it. So we just want to talk about that. But I can't do it by myself, nor do I want to do it by myself. So I am going to bring in the lovely Christina Moore from @Christina Moore.
Hey, Frank.
Hi, Christina. How are you today?
Oh, I'm fantastic. I started off the day with a long wig and I was burning up hot. And so I was so excited to come home and change into this one today. It's so good. I'm ready for the
I'm
summer in
so
this wig.
I'm glad to hear that. I mean, listen, you look great in everything, but whenever we have a new launch and we look at a new style, I mean, it's so fun to see it on someone like yourself who's coming in with a fresh new energy, a fresh new appeal, and also someone live, right?
Yeah,
So
a real human.
a real human. So thank you for being real as you are. Thank you for all the posts that you are always making and sharing your wig journey and your wig experience with everybody. And I mean, I can't think of anyone better to start this new style off for spring than you. So,
I'm happy to. I love it.
I mean, here's the thing about this one. We looked at what we had in our, FeatherLite collection, and the whole idea was to create a bob that was a bit high fashion, that had some movement, had some texture, and had a little bit of flirtiness to it. And that was the inspiration for this particular look. And I think when you're looking at this, it's the side profile that really sets it apart. And one of the things we did is we added these layers, lots of texture, lots of movement, but then a very sculpted, like shaggy kind of nape in there. So you get this beautiful profile because you get that fullness in through the back and you get all that razored ends. But then what I really think sets it off is this jawline kind of face framing effect. So, I mean, tell me a little bit of your thoughts with it now that you've been able to wear it for a while.
Oh, so this was one of those wigs that I put on and immediately had just a huge smile on my face. And I have to say, my very first synthetic wig that I ever purchased and put on my head was Raquel Welch's On Point. And there's something that gave me a little bit of of the On Point vibe with this, but just a little
Yes.
shorter, a little more textured. So it's just a little nostalgic for me, and I was really excited about it. And with this fiber, this is my favorite fiber from you guys.
We've had such a great response to this fiber, and so that is why the launch of these 3 new styles, because it was like, well, what can we add to the already existing collection and give people some more style and some more flair? And I really think this tailored allure kind of fits the bill because it's not just your typical bob. It has that, like I said, that movement and that flirtiness to it. And it can be worn pretty flat in the back if you wanted to. I don't know if you've had a chance to experiment with
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is such a versatile style because you can really, I mean, if you're a girl that likes that big hair, she really like pumps up the volume if you want, but you can go
Right.
in with I kind of played around with it with my flat iron and just, kind of made it my own. And I mean, it can be as sleek as you want it to be, or, get you some big hair.
Yeah, and you know what? Depending what you're looking for, I mean, you want to get there quickly and easily. I mean, the whole idea is
Hmm.
if you want that fullness, you don't want to have to really, back comb and do all of that stuff
No.
with it. I mean, one of the things I like about how you're wearing it is I can really see like the layering in it and the
Hmm.
pieciness in it. And just with a little bit of spray, I'm using a little bit of our control spray, you can see what this does. I mean, one of the things about the FeatherLite fiber is not only is it super lightweight, but it also, I think it has great movement to it. It's so
Hmm.
pliable, even with your hands. You don't need to put like a really sticky, gummy, heavy hairspray in it if you don't want to.
Mm-mm. No, this is fabulous. You guys knocked it out of the park on this style. Like I said, this is going to be a great little go-to summer wig. Hot and humid
Right.
Alabama, get the hair off my shoulders. So,
Exactly. Exactly. So I got some questions. So let me answer a few of those. One of the things I wanted to say is that I am showing the tailored allure. This is our color, RL5161 Iced Granita. And what makes this color, this gray, really beautiful is that you have this graduation of color. As you can see, it's bright in through the front. You really have some of a mid-tone kind of happening here, and then it gets deeper in through the nape. And to me, this is a wonderful color treatment because in my opinion, this is how people naturally gray. And I think that one of the things about wearing a wig is you want it to look natural, you want it to look believable. And so how the color is formatted and designed to fit within the actual design is really important. And that's one of the things we take very seriously here because we want you to feel your absolute best, your absolute most confident, and also, have a color treatment that looks like it's either salon created or that it exists in nature. And I think with the ice granita, we really, really get that. I also wanted to call out that all of the wigs you're going to see today come in the myriad of Raquel Welch colors. So we haven't left one color out, so everything is there. I do have another question, so I wanted to know what the nape length is on this. The nape here starts right here from the weft down, and that is 3 inches in length. So this gives you plenty of coverage. If you tend to have a lower natural hairline in the back, this will give you the coverage because of that extended nape. So just wanted to call that out to all of you. And again, all of these wigs are going to be featured on our LuxLite Cap II, which is an ultra breathable, ultralight cap construction. So all of these combined, the lightweight FeatherLite fiber, the LuxLite 2 cap, are going to give you the best wig wearing experience as far as wearing it all day and also feeling comfortable and light in it. So I also want to go back. Let's call back Christina. Christina, can you come back in with us? Poor thing kind of disappeared, but you know, these are the things with live television that you have to deal with. Christina. Ah, there you are, darling.
I'm here. My goodness. You got a
Well,
lot of technology,
listen,
right, Frank?
I mean, you know, this is what you get, you know, but this is the fun of it, right? Is nothing here is staged. We're all kind of doing our presentation. So thank you for popping back in.
I'm happy.
So I was talking about the ice granita, Christina, and I just wanted to ask you, what color are you wearing, and can you show us that from some different angles?
I am finally wearing shaded wheat. I have never tried this color, which is shocking. I mean, I pinched myself as soon as I put this on, and I was like, why have I never given shaded wheat a try? But it is such a beautiful blonde.
I got to tell you, so I know that we have a lot of blonde wearers who really like the shaded biscuit, but I am a big fan of the shaded wheat.
Yeah.
And I think if you're on the verge of like being ultra pale complected to having a little bit of color and a little bit of warmth in your skin, I think the shaded wheat is an awesome color that oftentimes gets overlooked because of that.
Yeah, it was overlooked by me. I admit it. And it's beautiful. It really does. It has like the perfect amount of warmth to it to kind of just, you know, give your skin a little extra life.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm thinking now, Christina, maybe this is going to be your spring look. I mean, how do you do with the shorter styles? You like them, or you just
in the summertime, they are my go-to. I'm a person that just can't really handle long stuff in the humidity. And so I'm a grab a short wig kind of girl. And this one I love too, because I tried it like half up, and it's a really cute style to kind of play with and do like a little half up style with a little clip or ponytail. So I feel like it's going to be really versatile.
Yes, you have the length in the front, which can come up to create that for you. So, I mean, you're right. You could put this half up, half down if you really kind of don't need the face framing, or you just want to like change it up a little bit. Also, I mean, you got this tucked behind your ear. This one tucks very nicely behind the ear as well.
It does. And I'm a person that works on my computer, so I always have to have something that tucks well, because I can't have hair hanging down in my face, or else I'll be cranky, and nobody wants that. So I like a good ear tuck wig, and this is one of those.
I can't picture you ever getting cranky. Did you get cranky too, like the rest of us?
Just ask my husband.
They're the best judges, right? The spouses are always the best.
He sees all of it, so.
Well, I know. I mean, but it is life, you know? It is life.
We all have our moments.
We all have our moments. Well, I'm hoping that whoever gets this wig, you know, you're going to be entered to win. So I hope that whoever gets Tailored Allure really feels like they're going to have their moment with this. And if you're interested in Tailored Allure, we have the lovely barcode. You can see, I call it a barcode. I know, I'm so like provincial. We have the QR code. If you want to scan the QR code, you can get all the information on the colors that it comes in, the lengths, and all of that good stuff that you might need to know so that you can make a decision on if this is the right style for you. Again, I am showing this in the ice granita. Actually, incidentally, the model that you see in the photo there that we shot, this was the actual wig that was on her. All of the wigs I'm presenting, I have the actual wigs that we used in our photo shoot. So no tricks. This is the wig. All right, you guys. Well, Christina, any final comments on the tailored allure? Because we have two other styles we're moving to.
And I am so jazzed for everybody to see the other two styles because they are just as gorgeous too.
Yeah, they are. They really are. Oh, I should also ask you, Christina, before we leave. You've been wearing this cap, and you've had the original wig that came, with the FeatherLite fiber. Your wig wearing experience with it. Can you give us some feedback now that you've had like the original styles that you've had a chance to wear, and now this one? Any input for anyone who's watching today?
It's just such a comfortable cap. I love a hand-tied cap. It makes it so much easier to style, and kind of, the versatility, the movement of it is great. Like, you guys I love this. I love this iteration of it.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I do too. And that was the goal with creating this collection, was to try to make it as comfortable as possible. As a matter of fact, you remind me now, Christina, I should probably show off the cap, shouldn't I?
Me too.
So let me show you guys the construction. All three of the wigs you're going to see today are constructed basically the same. So what you're going to have is an ear-to-ear extended lace front. You're also going to have this mono area right here, which is all single hairs tied. So that's where you get your low density. That's where you get your flexibility and your styling and parting options. And then we go into a hand tied right into the crown, hand tied into the back and the sides. What you're also going to find is the silicone ear tabs right here. These are hand stitched, so you can remove these if you don't want the silicone. Same thing with this silicone in the nape. So it's there to give you a little extra security, a little bit of extra grip, but again, hand stitched and removable. And also on these, we have the hook and loop adjusters. So you can close it down or open it up depending on your head shape. These are all average size caps. And the reason why I say they're virtually all the same is because depending on the style, you may have an extra wefting here, you may have less wefting. And people often ask me, why with this collection did we do wefting in the back when we could have made it all hand tied? And my explanation on that is I wanted wefts in the back because it secures and lays flatter to the back of the head. But also one of the things that I get concerned about is when you're styling these over and over again, especially if you're trying to detangle, I think that the wefts give you more support, they're more durable, and they make the wig last longer. So that's the reasoning for that. I don't know how often people actually really style these to the extent that I think they may, but I mean, Christina, do you find you have to do a lot of work to yours, or?
No, not at all. Especially with a heat-friendly fiber, and a straight style especially. I feel like they're easier to maintain. Doesn't take that long. I feel like styling these caps are really easy. I mean, I'm not somebody that spends a lot of time on my hair. And so if it's a complicated process, I'm probably not going to do it. So if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Well, that is reassuring. That's the goal. The whole idea to wearing wigs, right, is to be fun, to be flexible, to make it easy, especially if you don't have your own bio hair. And those of you who have very fine bio hair, you know what that's like to have to really work it with the round brush, and then it never really performs as long as you want it to. So wigs, I mean, I think they are I know they're a wonderful alternative, but I think a lot of other people who are getting into wigs will soon learn what a godsend and what a savings of time it is as well.
It really is.
So, all right, my darling Christine, I hate to say goodbye to you because it's always a pleasure to be with you.
No, it's always wonderful seeing you. I love getting to pop on and talk to you for a little bit.
I know. Well, hopefully for 2026, we'll be able to do that a little bit more, my dear.
Yes, that sounds great.
All right. Thanks, Christina. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye, love. God love the girl. I could speak to these girls for days, but we don't have that much time because we have this collection to present to you. So I want to get on with it. But you guys remember, just by asking questions, saying hello, you'll be automatically entered to win one of the 3 new FeatherLite styles that we are showing today. And that winner will be announced April 1st. And that collection will be available everywhere on that date. So hang tight, watch the Raquel Welch wig story, and look to see if you won. All right, you guys, really quick, I want to touch base on something that comes up a lot with this collection, and that is questions about the fiber. So let's talk a little bit about the fiber in case you may have missed it or you're not quite sure about the fiber that we use to create these wigs. We have a little bit of a graphic. I'll pull up the graphic. And incidentally, you're looking at feature length there. That is a style that we shot on the model. But FeatherLite is very innovative because of its super, super light core. There is not a core in the fiber, and so it's bored out. Think of like a drinking straw, right? And what that means is that it allows us to create an ultra lightweight density fiber. This is what really, really separates this collection. And the reason why I want to touch on this is because there are other companies that are out there, creating lightweight wigs. Just know that this is a fiber that we have been testing prior to this collection for over 2 years, and we worked very, very hard to create our collection and the fiber blend. So this is a very, very unique blend that really sets the Raquel Welch wig collection apart from a lot of other collections that are out there. So, up to 40% lighter than most human hair wigs. It is 20% lighter than True to Life fiber, which we originally launched. And it is exceptionally comfortable all day long. And our last bullet point there, appealing to those who prefer a low density look. So if you're into a low density look, you definitely want to consider FeatherLite fiber. Okay, and now without any further ado, we're going to look at our next style, which is Romantic Renaissance. And I'm going to bring on Miss Crystal Honeycutt. Hey, girl.
Hi. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you.
It is so good to see you too. I'm ecstatic and over the moon to see you in this style.
Could this be my new favorite? Yes, it could. And that says a lot.
This has everything one could want. This could be worn totally demurely and softly, or I know you like to pump them up, Crystal. You can pump that up.
She can get big. She can get big.
She can get big. That's one of the things we were talking about earlier with this FeatherLite fiber is it's so pliable and you really can work it through to get any kind of look you want with minimal effort.
So true. So true. And I actually did not add volume to this. This is out of the box with my fingers.
Yeah. I love it. I mean, it looks like you just came out of the salon. You look like as I've said before to you, because you always look so polished and glam, you look like some kind of soap star. I don't know what soap opera, but you belong on one. That's all I got to say.
What can I say?
Nothing to that. So you guys, this is the new Romantic Renaissance, and I hope you feel very romantic with this. This is a lob cut, as you can see. And it just has some soft, tumbled layers and waves throughout the whole thing. And one of the things that makes this style unique to the FeatherLite collection is that you do have this wave that starts right up in through the top. So, and it's got a little bit of a flirty kind of layer right along the cheekbone. So I think that gives you a little bit of, that diva-esque quality, And Crystal, I see you just can't with the hands, right?
I can't. This gives me, I just can't. I just want to touch this hair and I want to flip it because it is the perfect length, the perfect curl, and it is doing the perfect things. It's just.
Yes. That's the idea. And you guys, I have to say, before we started doing the show today, Crystal just got this wig. We were like waiting with bated breath in hopes that the wig would arrive in time for her. So I know she didn't mess with it too much.
No, I did not. I brushed it and then I finger combed it right here. And this is all the volume from the wig. I did not.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I think is wave and texture is still very big. And so one of the things we wanted to do was give people some more options with the texture and the wave pattern that we offer so that you have a choice in waves. I mean, if you guys recall, I talked a little bit earlier about the waves and raves, which was part of our original Raquel catalog. And that's a shorter bob. It's a little straighter of a wave. And you have a heavy fringe into that. With this one, with this style, you don't have that. You have all that movement away from the face. And so if you want to just wear something tumbled and loose, but still feel polished, Romantic Renaissance, I think, is going to be your spring summer wig for sure.
100%, hands down. This will be everybody's new favorite. Mark on.
I am hoping. And Crystal, could you do me a favor? Could you do a little spin with that? Because I just want them to see the texture in the back. Look at that. I mean, that is precious a good word?
Perfection. Perfection. Give me mine.
I think so. I think so. And, you know, one of the things I would just want to share with you guys, because styling tips with curly wigs can be, you know, something that comes up quite a bit in conversation. I like to use the Restore. If you want to make these waves a little bit more pronounced, right? You want to see that texture a little bit more. A little mist with our Restore spray will do it. And then just shake it through with your hands. It really brings out a lot of that texture. And if you want to lock that down, I would not recommend to do the control spray on a curly wig. Just me. I tend to like a wet spray. And so our shape spray is good for that. It's a mist. And so you can lock that curl in and it gives you that nice defined look that I think is what really sets these type of curls and this kind of wig apart from some of the other styles that are out there. Do you have like a little trick that you have, Crystal, when you're doing a curly wig?
You know, I really just use water. I just mist with water. And then I try to not do a whole lot of brushing. I just try to stick with the finger combing because my bio hair is naturally curly. So I learned a long time ago, you don't brush out curls.
Right, right. Absolutely. And if you have natural bio hair that is curly, you have learned that trick as a child.
Yes. You got that down before kindergarten.
Absolutely. And I mean, that is one of the things is I kind of like the texture. I don't necessarily want to brush it out. If you feel like you have to, a wide tooth comb, like a pick, is also wonderful for a style like this. Now, you guys, I am showing the Decadent Diva in, no, this is the Romantic Renaissance. I'm showing the Romantic Renaissance, which you see here, in the RL 1923 SS Shaded Biscuit. And which one do you have there, Crystal?
Oh, you know, it's my favorite mixed blonde, SS Cappuccino.
Oh, yeah. You got to love that. You got to love that. And so for you guys who are, maybe you're on the fence between colors, if you have a lighter skin tone, obviously the 1923 SS works great, but the Shaded Cappuccino has a nice ash base to it. It's like a smoky kind of blonde. It's got a real nice chestnut base to it that's very neutral. And then you get those smoky highlights throughout. As you can see, Crystal sporting that.
I love it.
That's one of yours. That's one of your go-tos. Is that right, Crystal?
Yes, this is my #1 favorite light colored wig within the entire brand. #1 favorite.
That's good to know. That's good to know. And I think, let me see if I remember correctly, in the darks, you like the RL 410 SS, the Java.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Did I remember that correctly?
Yes.
But you guys, I got to tell you, go to Crystal's Instagram page, okay? You got to see her at Crystal Honeycutt. She sports some red. I really like you in red.
Thank you. Thank you.
I really do. I think those really warm coppers and burnished reds look great on you too. So what can I say? You just look good in everything.
Well, I mean, you give me great options though. So it's not that hard when you're giving me this.
Well, you make the case for anyone who's watching today to once you get into your wig journey and once you are able to really embrace the idea of wearing wigs, that it becomes an accessory, and it's good to have a bunch of colors in your wardrobe, right?
Absolutely. Once I let go of you have to get the wig that matches your bio hair, what it is or was. Once I let go of that cage, basically, that I was in, it's like the wig world opened up a whole new spectrum for me, and that I never would have tried because either I couldn't because my hair wouldn't do it, or I was afraid to. Once you get out of that, trust me, it changes everything. Everything.
Does. And that is very true. Crystal, I want to ask you this though. When you are in your realm and you're hanging out with your friends and your family, do you stick to one color or are you always changing it up? Like, it's not like, or like you don't change your color if you're going to an event where people really don't know you and they're like, oh, today I'll be red. And then, but every day wear a certain color, or do you just constantly switch up now?
You know, this is the true story. And if my son's fiance was here, she would tell you that I'm not lying to you. When we go to a store, She double checks what wig I'm wearing before we go in, because if we get separated, she says she can't find me. Because you do not know what hair I'm going to wear. You don't know what color, you don't know what style. It's going to be different because I am having so much fun with this. Instead of crying because of what I lost with illness, I choose to make it as fun as possible. And for me, that is changing it all the time. And that way I don't have to think about what's gone or what I'm missing. I'm not missing a thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, I would say if I saw you in that or any other style, I would say you're missing absolutely nothing.
Right.
Absolutely nothing. But you guys, because, you know, this wig does have the curl in it, I do understand for some people, it may not be your, you know, your wheelhouse. But I did want to show you, you know, there is this low density. We're talking about the construction. We'll go into the cap in a little bit. But with Romantic Renaissance, even though it is a curly wig and it does tend to lean towards having some volume, it's still very lightweight. It's still very low density in the top where you want it to look supernatural. And then it gets this tumbled wave and it gets this beautiful barrel curl into the sides and the back. But it is still very light because it is our FeatherLite fiber and it is in our sheer Lux or our LuxLite Cap II. So keep that in mind. You're going to get all that comfortable, all the long wearing benefits of this as well. The barcode is there on Romantic Renaissance. This is the actual color that you see on the model, the actual wig. As I was saying, I have them all here today. But if you want to know about lengths and you want to know what colors it's available in, just go right ahead and scan that QR code and you'll get all the information that you need on it. So, you know, Crystal, you talk about like having wigs in so many different colors. It's kind of like, I think sometimes people who are devoted wig wearers eventually find that they want all the colors or near all the colors, right? And
yes.
I bet you could say the same for like your eyeshadow collection. Do you not have every color eyeshadow out there?
You know I do. And I match my wig to my outfit, to my mood. Like it's a whole thing. It's not you just randomly pick it. Like I know. I knew exactly when I knew what color was coming, I picked this shirt. Like I match. It's an accessory. It's no different than eyelashes, nails, anything else. This is an accessory that makes me feel better about what I don't have.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's wonderful. I think, you know, looking at your page and all the stuff you post, again, as I've said to all the girls here today, I mean, you really inspire people and really show that there isn't just one particular style, that you can have so many different styles and you can wear so many different looks, even though maybe with your own bio hair, that was not a possibility, right? Because it just didn't do what you needed it to do or what have you.
No, never. It was, my bio hair was very dark. And then there toward the end, before I started having illness, I did have it. It's funny you said red because it was actually Jessica Rabbit red from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's how it worked.
Yes.
That, you know, I always wanted to do this, and it was just so dark it wouldn't do that without, you know, breaking stuff. And so I think that's why I get so excited with these blondes, because I'm like, now I can do what 20-year-old Crystal wanted to do and couldn't without, you know, her hair off. So I will forever be grateful for wigs. I always say that illness took my hair, but wigs gave it back. And that is the honest truth to how I feel about it.
Yeah, I love that. And I love your candidness with that and sharing that. Because to look at you, you know, someone will be like, that girl has it all, you know, and it is a journey for people, and it is a process, and you've walked the walk and now you can talk the talk. And that's what I love about you. And that's what I love about everybody who shares their experience, because it is a difficult thing to go through. And you're showing how people can look and feel confident. I'm showing on how they can wear something that is natural, stylish, believable, so they don't feel like they're missing out on anything, because you can have it all. You can have the fashion, you can have the style. And then of course we have wigs that are just very simple, classic cuts as well.
Which I love. I mean, that's what I'm going to reach for. It's going to be the very natural looking ones. I do like the fun ones for fun things, but in general, I'm going to reach for something like this for my everyday, because that's what makes me feel, I dare to say, normal. But you know, you don't really stand out in the wrong way, especially at my age, almost 46. I don't want to be the center of attention. I want to look as much like the old me, as far as feeling like I fit in as I can.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you ever really will blend in, Crystal. And I mean that in a good way. I mean that in a good way.
Thank you.
You're just a a breath of fresh air and a beautiful light. And I think you're going to shine no matter where you go above the masses. So,
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
so anyway, you guys, again, the lovely Miss Crystal Honeycutt. She is wearing the Romantic Renaissance. And what color is that again? One more time for us all.
It's SS Cappuccino and everybody needs it.
Everybody needs it. They do. Everybody needs it. And everybody needs this new LuxLite Cap II. And so real quick, why don't we take a look and see a little bit of the features of the new cap. So the LuxLite Cap II is designed for the ultimate in comfort, as I've said before. And here's just a little bit of a diagram here. And I just wanted to call out a few things. One of the things that rarely gets mentioned with this collection is that the cap has a ridgeless border. That means all the seams and all of the lines where the wig is combined and attached are seamless. So you're never going to get a ridge, you're never going to get a bump, and that allows you to part this wig in so many different ways. And just keep that in mind. There is information here. Again, if you've been scanning the QR codes, you'll have access to all this information. So I won't dwell too much on it because, of course, I want to bring out my next darling, and she's a treat. So let's bring on, you guys, the lovely Lorena.
Hi, how are
Hi,
you?
Lorena.
It's been a while. How are you?
It's been a minute, hasn't it?
I am loving this hair. It's so gorgeous.
I've been waiting to get your input on this. I know you've been wearing it, so I definitely want to get your opinion on this. I mean, we were talking to everybody just a second ago about the cap, and I just want to show the cap one more time, and then we're going to get into the style. Sound good? Okay. So you guys, again, I know I've said it before. This is the LuxLite Cap II, and the features again: extended lace, right? So this goes all the way around ear to ear. You have a mono top right here, so parting flexibility, low density. It goes into hand-tied sides and hand-tied back with some wefting in the back for some reinforcement and for some structure. And of course, the nape and the ear tabs, hand-stitched silicone. If you want to take these off, you have a lovely velvet underneath, which is soft. And if you need a little bit of extra security and grip, just leave those silicone bands on there. Okay, come back in, Lorena, my darling. Let me get this wig on the mannequin. So this is the longest one out of the three that we're launching for spring 2026. And I'm really excited about this one because I just love the natural wave and movement in this. I think it really has a modern feel. And of course, I want to get your view on it. So tell me what you think.
I think it's fantastic. I am such a fan of the FeatherLite fiber, especially because, I don't know, like my features are really petite, so I can really appreciate the low density look.
Yes.
This kind of reminds me a little bit of selfie mode, and I know selfie mode is a fan favorite, but again, for my features, I feel like this looks a lot more natural on me, and it's just the layers. This little fringe is absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there is a selfie mode-esque-ness about this. What I would say is probably the curl on this is slightly more relaxed, a little bit more of a tendril effect on it. And we do have this kind of fringe that sweeps back so that it's not too heavy along the face, which is something I really like. And I don't know how you feel about that. I mean, some people really like it very long into the front, and we had the feature length, so we figured this is a nice twist on that. And also because of the FeatherLite fiber, much lighter weight than the selfie mode.
Definitely, definitely. And being here in Miami where it's hot most of the year, I can appreciate like the lighter weight and the feel on the cap. It's just fantastic.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have a question that came in, Lorena, and someone asks, can this be parted closer to the center? I have it off to the side. It's true. And I was saying before, this is the color that I used on the model. But you have it more parted in the center, it looks like.
Yes, so I am doing center part. When I used to wear my bio hair, I would always do that deep side part. So now that I wear wigs, I'm living my best center part life. So yeah.
That is amazing. Now, Lorraine, I got to ask you, are you wearing a wig cap, or is that your natural scalp that I see coming through the monitor?
Oh,
Because it looks super
so
natural.
yeah, I did a little tweak like before. I usually just put a little bit of powder under the
Uh-huh.
cap to kind of brighten it up and give that, scalp like appearance. So no, that's just a little bit of powder.
That's good. And that is a great trick. And that is also something that we do a lot, for photo shoots and things like that. This is my mannequin natural scalp. I mean, you could see there's nothing on this. So you're just seeing the color on the mannequin coming through. And again, that low density appeal looks like a very natural scalp, which I think is really important for the believability factor, as we were talking about.
Absolutely.
I am showing the Decadent Diva in the RL8. No, I'm showing it in the RL924SS. This is the shaded iced cafe latte. Which one are you presenting with us today?
I have hazelnut, which is beautiful medium brown with some ginger highlights. It's really and I usually wear the shaded hazelnut. But this one, I know there's some people that don't like the color rooted. I prefer it, but a quick trick, like if some ladies, it's sold out, the shaded hazelnut, the shaded color, you can just come in with a little bit of root powder and add that root yourself. So that's something that I'll probably do, but it's a gorgeous color. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's funny you say that because, working many years for Raquel, we had our original wigs, which we introduced some rooted colors in at the time. And she was like, absolutely not. She would not be photographed in a rooted wig because she said, why would I want to look like I didn't have my hair professionally colored? And that was her thing, that she's from that belief that you want your hair to look as perfect as possible, right? And I mean, without a root, you do get that beautiful color. This one actually, if I showed you guys a little closer, the shaded iced cafe latte, it's got the root in it. And looking at that color, which looks gorgeous on you, Lorena, the hazelnut compared to the shaded iced cafe latte, the hazelnut has a little bit more of a copper, golden, ambery highlight in it. So it really gives you some warmth and luminosity. And I think with your skin tone, it looks great. It looks great.
Yes, it's definitely, I gravitate towards the warm brunette. So it's definitely a gorgeous option for ladies that like warm, rich brunette.
I agree. I think it just looks so opulent, But for those of you who are looking for something that like a chestnut base with the more ashy blonde highlight, then definitely you want to consider the shaded iced cafe latte because it's a nice medium brown. It falls in that category. And that's what we're showing today. Lorena, have you been able to experiment with, putting this half up or half down at all?
So that's what I was going to tell you. Another thing that I love about this length and style and, the little face framing is just how versatile it is in terms of doing like a half up or a little chocolate. So I am definitely going to be doing lots of different looks in it. So yeah, I definitely think that that's a great option for ladies looking to play around, to accessorize their hair. You can do a lot with this one.
Absolutely. I've seen a lot of your posts on Instagram, and I mean, you too. You wear a lot of different styles. You really do. And I'm just curious with your longer styles, because a lot of times you're posting, you're in the car or you're running around, you're doing different kinds of things. With your longer styles, how do you maintain them? For someone who's watching today that's new, what are your tricks for that?
Right. So I always carry one of these around to make that you can work out the tangle. So it's interesting because I have usually gravitated towards the short synthetics because of that exact reason. But I said 2026 was going to be the year I embraced the longer styles. So I definitely think, fortunately, I live in Miami where we don't wear a lot of clothes. So
right. Not a lot of collars, right?
Yeah. with the scarves and that. I don't have to deal with that. But basically just making sure that I'm combing it out throughout the day, you know, adding some heat around the nape area when it's
Yes.
needed, kind of avoid those tangles.
Absolutely. I mean, that's great. I mean, I tend to carry, this is our Restore spray. I tend to use our Restore spray. It's like a leave-in conditioner, and I don't overuse it, but I always recommend just giving the wig a light mist, especially when you get it, you know, and kind of work it through a little bit. This also prevents tangles, but it also kind of keeps the fiber a little more pliable, right? Because sometimes, as all fibers do, they can tend to dry a little bit. So I like to keep the Restore spray for that. And then really, as I was saying before, to keep it off your face, a little lightweight spray. This is our new control spray. I don't know if you guys have gotten a chance to see this, but we reformulated and we changed the top on it. It's a drier spray. It's not as wet as the previous one. And I really like this so much better. And I didn't think I could, but I do. So if you guys are interested in the lightweight sprays we've talked about before, really with the FeatherLite fiber, I don't think you need to go to like those really heavy duty hold sprays. Are you a product junkie like me or Lorena, or what do you do?
No, I am not. I just like throw on and go, and like I said, maybe water or the spray, the first one you showed, seems like it's definitely something I need to add to my kit.
Yeah, it's a good one. I mean, all of our products, and I know this sounds like a pitch, and it's not meant to be a pitch, but it's the truth. All of the products that we have used in our HairUWear line, which is for the maintenance and protection of our synthetic fibers, all of those are made for synthetic fibers for wigs. We don't just, you know, use like the same kind of chemicals and ingredients that you would find in professional salon products, because this hair doesn't have a cuticle. So it must be treated differently. And so all of our products are designed for wigs in mind. And I know a lot of people say that, and it's not really true, but for us, I can tell you, because I'm working on something else right now, and I have 10 samples that I'm experimenting with. And, but that is the deal. So if you are in need of maintenance products, definitely check out the HairUWear products. There's a question. What do we do? How do we take care of long wigs to keep them from tangling? And I think we kind of touched on it a little bit. One thing that I tell people is if you don't have to wear it down all day, is just kind of tie it up, you know, put it maybe in a pony. This easily, I mean, Decadent Diva definitely can go into like a low pony, and you still have some face framing pieces in through the front, you know, and it just holds. And then you could twist it up as well with like a claw clip, and just keep it off of your collars. The number one reason for anyone who's tuning in today, and maybe you didn't know, the number one reason why heat-friendly fibers tend to tangle is because of friction with clothing, primarily polyester clothing. If you were to wear 100% cotton, 100% silk, that doesn't tend to happen as much. But all the clothing that we're getting now, a lot of it are poly blends. And so, you know, even cotton t-shirts now have poly blends in them. So you're going to get a little bit of that friction. So conditioning, combing, and as I said before, protecting, protect. Especially in the nape. A little spray in through the nape really does wonders. So, Lorena, would you do a little spin for me, please?
Oh yeah, sure. You told me.
I mean, I just love how that's so naturally tumbled. It looks styled, but it certainly doesn't look overdone at all. You know?
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah. And if you guys want to get more information on Decadent Diva, don't forget we got that beautiful QR code right at your fingertips. Just, you know, capture that, and you'll get all the information you want. Lorena, can you also do me a favor? Could you lean in a little bit? Someone asked about the hairline, and they wanted to see the hairline on the non-rooted wig. And I want to let you know that our Raquel Welch hairline is the same. Even if you're getting a non-rooted wig, you still get that beautiful, refined color blend that gives you the most natural looking hairline. So scan the QR code. Those of you who are asking questions, this collection is going to be available everywhere on April 1st. So that is coming your way very soon. So I'm very excited about that. And again, very excited to get your feedback. So please, once you get these wigs in your hands, please reach out to us, text us, instant message us, and let us know what you think. Send us pictures of yourselves in it too. I love that. I love when people send me pictures, and I love people like Lorena here, who she's coming on. She's showing you what it looks like on a real person. And I wanted to just ask you too, Lorena, being that you are a real person, how much realness is in that wig right now? What did you have to do a lot of work to it? Tell me a little bit about the process from when you got it.
No, absolutely not. I took it out of the box. I tried it on. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so dreamy. It's so me. I sprayed a little bit of water on it. And like I said, just put some powder under the cap and on top, and look at how great that looks. Like, I think women get really intimidated, but it's just simple tweaks that you do to make it feel more like you. And this is just practically ready to wear right out of the box.
Yeah. I have to ask you too, for someone who's tuning in today, how long ago did you start your wig journey? Like, when did that happen for you?
I started wearing wigs 6 years ago.
Okay.
Almost 6 years ago, yeah. And I think I always say this, for me, my journey was a lot easier than maybe most ladies because I never had hair that I loved.
Okay.
So it's been a lot of grieving. I just would throw this on and throw a wig on and just feel so happy and fulfilled. And the hair that I always dreamed of, I can have it at my fingertips. So it's been such a journey. It's changed my life. I am so thankful for the professionals such as you that give us women this hair that we always thought we could never have.
No. Yeah, no, I get that. And that's one of my, one of the reasons why I wake up in the morning and come here and do this is to try to stay on the pulse of what fashionable gals like yourself across the United States are trying to achieve with their hair, to give them that believability, to give them the styles they're looking for. And of course, the believability. So it's constantly going back and looking at cap styles and cap constructions and how can we make this better? And that's what it's all about for me here. So I'm glad that I can help you out with that. And I'm glad that you, in turn, have found a way to help other people as well. I think that's really what all of this about, these Facebook Lives, Instagram and all of that. It's about sharing the experience with other people to give them the confidence. And I know it doesn't come all at once, right? Did it take you a bit to really get to where you're like?
Yes. I mean, there was a lot of faking till I made it. And even sometimes, you don't have the best wig day, but I always say I'd rather have a bad wig day than a bad normal hair day,
I'm going to have to borrow that. I like that.
Yeah, because it's just, again, thank you so much because you're making so many women happy and confident, and I can't imagine my life before wigs. It's just been amazing.
Well, we're going to keep doing that. That is our pledge. And of course, you are a great inspiration. You are, your feedback and all the things that you do are wonderful for us. So I thank you today for wearing the lovely Decadent Diva. You are looking like a diva, Lorena. You're looking like a diva.
I feel like one. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that style, is to me is like you. Like it just looks so natural on you. So I hope you enjoy wearing it well into spring and summer and the fall and whenever.
Absolutely, I will. Thank you.
All right, Lorena, thank you for joining us. Like I said, I could be on with these gals all day. So you guys, the last and longest of the new spring 2026 Raquel Welch FeatherLite collection. This is the Decadent Diva. One more time again, I am showing this in the shaded iced cafe latte. This is RL 924SS. For all of you who joined us today, and for all of you who made comments and answered questions, you are going to automatically be entered. We are going to be announcing the winner of today's live on April 1st, which incidentally, it's not a joke, it's not April Fool's, which incidentally is the launch of this collection everywhere. So it'll be available everywhere. April 1st, the winner will be announced. And I thank you all so very much for joining us for this very special Facebook Live and for welcoming in these 3 new styles into our Raquel Welch FeatherLite repertoire. All right, everybody. I wish you a pleasant spring and a lovely summer, and I will be back soon with more information and more styles as the year progresses. Thank you so much, everybody.